Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, we're going to talk about a cue card, which is describe a skill that you learn from any older person, right? Let's just get directly to the bullet points. The first bullet point is what is the skill? In the cue card, we have to describe what the skill is. Second of all, who you learned it from. This is the second basic point. Second essential point, you are going to describe that who was the person you have learned this skill from, right? Number third, how you learned that skill. You have to describe the whole procedure by which you have learned that. Number four bullet point, you are going to describe how you feel about it. We are going to describe that how you feel. Basically, you will say that you are very excited or you are very elated, happy, delighted. You can use also that you are very delighted to learn that skill. So let's just get directly to my answer, that how I answered this cue card. So here is my answer to this cue card, right? There are many valuable things we can learn from our elders. I think that elders are the one who should be our first priority when learning new skills. Elders have knowledge and experience, which are the rudimentary to master any skill. Although I have not learned many skills in my life, some skills I have mastered which are important for me. Today, I would like to take this opportunity to talk about a skill that I have learned from my grandmother. I have learned cooking from my grandmother. I think cooking is very important for every personality. With the help of cooking, life can be easy. This is a skill I ever wanted to learn. I asked my mother several times, but she denied because she always stays busy with her work as she is a working lady. She works at Airtel office. So, I was struggling to find a tutor to learn cooking. Then my grandmother came to our home. My brain told me that this is the right opportunity to attain cooking skill. Who could be a greater teacher than my grandmother? I asked my grandmother and she agreed happily. Next day, I started learning cooking. My grandmother taught me some basic things which I should acknowledge before starting. So, at first, I learned how to use knife and other things as well. Then my grandmother told me to observe her. I did the same. I observed my grandmother while cooking mashed potatoes. I noted down every single thing she told me. Then I tried cooking that dish by myself. I cooked it and I was shocked because it was very good for the first time. My grandmother praised me a lot. Then I said that experience to my mother. My mother was very happy. I also was elated. I was very satisfied with the dish I cooked. In the same way, I learned approximately 10 to 12 dishes. I mastered those dishes in some time. Now I try to cook new dishes every time I get the opportunity. So that was a skill that I have learned from my grandmother. This is my answer to this cue card, right? And basically, you can use any skill you want to use. You can use any person you want to. You can describe any person in the cue card you are convenient with, basically. If you are convenient with your grandfather, you can use grandfather instead of grandmother, right? You can describe your grandfather. And if you is there any other person, right, you want to explain, you can describe that person in the cue card. As well as, is there any other skill you want to describe, you can describe this. For instance, there are a lot of students who don't know anything about cooking. In that case, I would suggest you to use any common skill. Basically, I would say driving, right? Because a lot of students, mostly all of the students know everything about driving because they drive in their daily routine. So that was it. That's today's cue card, right? Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel